But let me ask a question of Mayor Eric Adams and Mayor Brandon Johnson. I got a question for Eric Adams and Brandon Johnson. Are you going to let any of the migrants stay in your beautiful home? Mayor Eric Adams, how many undocumented migrants are living in your large, beautiful home? Mayor Brandon Johnson, because you have to lead by example. I mean, you are the leader of your city, right? You are the leader of your city. Mayor Brandon Johnson, how many undocumented migrants are living in your home? Because I'm sure you have some migrants living in your house. I know you're not telling black people to open their homes to illegals from other countries, and you haven't opened your home. Brandon Johnson, how many migrants are living with you? Eric Adams, Mayor Eric Adams, how many undocumented migrants are living in your house, brother? Can somebody in New York please confirm how many migrants did Mayor Eric Adams open his home to? Can somebody in New York City please confirm how many migrants did Mayor Eric Adams open his home to? Can somebody in New York City please confirm? Chicago Africans, please confirm how many migrants did Mayor Brandon Johnson open his home to? Because I know they're not telling black folks to let these people in their house and you haven't opened your house. Oh, Lord have mercy. Behold the hypocrisy. Behold, wait a minute. Have these people been screened for COVID? Have they been screened for HIV, tuberculosis? Have they been screened for contagious diseases? Have they been vaccinated? I haven't heard anything about vaccinations. Have they been screened for gang activity and criminal records? I haven't heard anything about them being screened for gang activity and criminal record. What about mental illness? Mental illness is colorblind. Have they been screened for mental illness? Some of these people could be psychotic, chemically dependent, bipolar, borderline, suicidal, homicidal. Has there been any mental health screening at all? Has there been any medical screening at all? Has there been any cultural sensitivity training? Have you taught these people how to interact with the American African? Have they been told to respect black people? Oh, I think I know what's going on. Y'all want to know what I think is going on, brothers and sisters? Do y'all want to know what I think is going on, brothers and sisters? Do y'all want to know what I think is going on, brothers and sisters? You know what I think is going on? Let me tell y'all what I think is going on. Then I'm going to hop off the phone and get ready for my Huntsville, Alabama keynote tonight. Hit the Cash App too. Make sure y'all hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal. They want black people to let the migrants in their house so they can get permanent residency privilege and push black people out their own homes. Listen to me, brothers and sisters in New York and Chicago. Listen to me, brothers and sisters in New York and Chicago. They want you to let the migrants in. And once you let the migrants in, they're going to get residence privilege and they'll force you out your own damn house. I'm telling you, this whole $100 a night to let the migrants live in your Chicago home, $100 a night to let the migrants live in your New York City home, the migrants are going to push you out of your house. You're going to get so frustrated. You're going to get so frustrated with them breaking your shit, disrespecting you, not cleaning, not doing this, not doing that. You're going to throw up your arms, leave your house, and they're going to own your house. You're going to throw up your arms, leave your house, and they're going to own your house. Once they get a piece of mail, they don't have to leave. Once they get a piece of mail, they don't have to leave. They're going to gentrify you out your own house with your permission because you want $100 a day. They're going to gentrify you out your own house with your permission because you want $100 a day. New York City and Chicago. New York City and Chicago, you better be careful. New York City and Chicago, you better be careful. You're going to let the migrants in. You're going to want to put them out. And Mayor Eric Adams and Mayor Brandon Johnson is going to let you know you cannot evict the migrants. You cannot evict the migrants. They're going to tell you you cannot evict the migrants. And guess what they're going to say? They're going to say the migrants are not citizens and are not subject to American law. They're going to tell you to your face they are not American citizens, and therefore they are protected by international human rights law. They're going to tell you they are not citizens of America, and therefore they do not have to follow American law. They are protected by human rights law. You cannot put them out your house. You cannot put them out your house. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And for you raccoons in the black community who don't recognize the significance of the migrant takeover, and to you raccoons in the black community, let me say this for you raccoons. Let me say this to you raccoons. Okay? There's 8,000 migrants in Chicago with hundreds arriving every day. There's over 60,000 migrants in New York with hundreds arriving every day. These migrants are going to repopulate. These migrants are going to repopulate. These migrants are going to repopulate. Planned Parenthood don't control their reproductive system. Planned Parenthood don't control their reproductive system. They're not going to Planned Parenthood. They're not going to Planned Parenthood. If you got 8,000 migrants in Chicago right now, okay, 8,000, it's going to be 50,000 in 5 years with the new babies. It's going to be 50,000 in 5 years with the new babies. New York City, you got 50,000 migrants today. It's going to be 250,000 in 5 years. They don't die, they multiply. Oh, yes. This is a setup for the replacement of Black America. This is the setup for the gentrification of Black America. That's right. They're going to get in your house and make babies. Oh, yes. They're going to move into the Black home for $100 a night and make babies. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And when everybody gets pregnant in your house, you will not be able to put them out. You will not be able to. You can't evict no pregnant woman. They're not going to let you evict no pregnant woman. And you're going to say, I didn't know that you was going to let them have all these babies in my house. That's what you get, Black people, for not understanding, overstanding, and understanding. That's what you get, Black people, for not understanding, understanding, and overstanding that this is a purge. This is a replacement. Joe Biden has a block party for the rainbow. Kamala Harris is working on the anti-Semitism 100 strategy bill. They got the anti-Asian hate. They got the anti-Pacific Islander hate. They got the anti-Native American. They got the feminist thing. They got the Ukrainian money. They got the Afghan money. They got everything except money for Black people, except solutions for Black people. This is a takeover. I only got one question. New York and Chicago, are y'all going to sell out the rest of Black America? New York and Chicago, are y'all going to sell out the rest of Black America? New York and Chicago, are y'all going to sell out the rest of Black America? Because if they take New York, the rest of us is done. If they can take New York and Chicago, we are done. So the question is, will New York stand tall? Will Black New York City stand tall? Will Black Chicago stand tall? Will Black Chicago stand tall? Don't go for the okie doke. You will be evicted from your house and still forced to pay mortgage. You will be evicted from your house and still forced to pay mortgage, and they going to multiply. Oh, Lord. They know what they doing. They going to multiply 50,000 right now, 250,000 in 5 years, 500,000 in 7 years, 2 million in 10 years. Oh, yes. Y'all don't see what they doing to us? Y'all don't see what they up to, brothers and sisters? Are you trying to tell me you that politically undereducated? Is your third eye that calcified, New York City Africans? Is your third eye that calcified, Chicago Africans, that you don't recognize this is a political, physical, numerical, cultural, societal takeover? They are trying to destroy the two largest and most significant black cities in America, the two largest and most significant black power bases in America. They want to turn New York City into an immigrant town. Oh, yes. Rich whites and poor immigrants. No room for blacks. They want to turn Chicago into an immigrant town. Rich whites, poor immigrants. No room for blacks. Oh, yes. They working on an America without the Negro. We're going to talk about it in Huntsville tonight. Oh, we're going to talk about it in Huntsville tonight. We're going to talk about it in Newark, New Jersey on Saturday. We're going to talk about it in Newark, New Jersey we're going to talk about it in Patterson on Sunday. We're going to talk about it in Patterson on Sunday. We're going to talk about it in Camden, New Jersey next Sunday. We're going to talk about it in Camden, New Jersey. Brothers and sisters, this is your big brother King Kong Consciousness. I only go live for one reason, to help you understand, overstand, and understand that we are at war. I don't go live to talk about gossip. I go live to educate. I go live to motivate. I go live to invigorate African people. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my continental Africans, my Caribbean Africans, Jamaica. I'ma see you soon. St. Croix, St. Thomas, I'ma see you soon. London, Paris, Brussels, Belgium, I'm coming. Black Canada, I'm coming back with my Black Canada Africans. Toronto and Montreal, we working on Black Canada. I ain't seen y'all since 2012. If you need to reach the Prince, 215-989-9858. And shout out to all my Brocktonian in Boston, Massachusetts Africans who came out last Tuesday. Shout out to my Brocktonian in Boston, Massachusetts Africans who came out last Monday. I enjoyed my Boston family. It was nothing but my Philadelphia family who came out at 23rd and Snyder. My Philly family. I'm with my Alabama family today, my Newark family Saturday, my Patterson Camden family next Sunday, my Williamsport, PA family on Juneteenth. Pull up to Williamsport, PA on Juneteenth. This is the Prince. Peace and Pan-Africanism.